Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to talk to you guys about the symptoms that I'm going through now with this lupus and scleroderma. Um, this is new to me. I have did all the reading and research on about, the different symptoms and stuff that you go through. And now I begin to see exactly what the symptoms are because I'm actually living it now. And I have one that's where I get these lesions on my leg, and they just pop up out of nowhere. They look like bruises, but they call lesions, um, and they appear on my leg and arm, sometime my back, and they last for some time, 2 to 3 weeks. The recent one I just got appeared on my leg. It's been there now going on 3 weeks, and it's still there. So I was at the doctor's yesterday, and I mentioned it to him about it. He said that they come and go. Sometimes they last for 2 to 3 months, and then they'll go away, then they'll come back. So this is, new, one of the new symptoms that I'm going through also. And the next one I'm having problems with also is the ringing of the ears. My ears constantly be ringing, and it's it's irritating because I could be trying to read or watch TV or do anything, and my ears start ringing. And then sometimes they ring for 15 minutes. Sometimes they ring for about an hour, and I can't hear anything. And now I understand that's another one of the symptoms, because my daughter told me I need to set up an appointment to have my ears checked, because I'd be like, but my ears be ringing. I can't hear what she's saying, but if I'm looking directly at her, I can read her lips or what she's saying. So it's, these autoimmune deficiencies are no joke. They are serious. It's just like, it's not as people want to push all the autoimmune deficiencies to the side of people that already have these different illness and stuff, and focus on the COVID. But you still have to look at people that actually have low immune systems, and think about what you asking us to do, because our body is already attacking us as it is, and then you want us to put antibodies in our bodies so we don't, to attack our bodies even worse. And it might not, some of people are not surviving from these shots that, they asking us to take, for this COVID with these low immune deficiencies. There's people that have kidney failure, on dialysis, are dying from these shots. And there people not understanding, why are we taking these shots and we have low immune system? Think, use your head. I had one doctor that throw his hand up at me because I told him I wasn't taking the shot. And went, it's your choice. That's how he did. It's your choice. Okay, I know it's my choice, sir. But I'm thinking about my health. My health is not good as it is. That's exactly how I explained it to him. It's not good as it is, and you should know this. Just because the CDC want us to take these shots, but I'm thinking about, is I'm going to survive this shot if I take it. This is what going through my head. I'm thinking about my life, being here with my children and my grandchildren, because people don't understand. Y'all can say, oh, it's going to help the people with low immune system. No, it's not. I've seen too many people die from these shots that have low immune systems, are suffering now. They still in the hospital. Don't know. Their families can't even see them because they are quarantined because of they don't took this shot. This is not a joke, you know. Take your life seriously. You think about what's best for you, you know. That's what I'm doing for myself. Whatever y'all decide, that's on y'all. But me, I have enough going on with my body to be putting something else in my body that might harm me worse than what I'm going through now. So it's just that, like I said, you know, with this lupus and scleroderma stuff flaring up on me, you know, I'm in fibromyalgia. Don't leave it out. It's right there too, because the skin crawling, you know, I feel like bugs crawling on me and stuff. Right now, my feet is so numb, I can't feel my feet. My fingers, you know, sometimes they turn purple, bluish looking color. I can't feel them. They be numb. You know, then my skin, it tightens up. I have the butterfly rash coming in. This darkness that you see in my face, this is the butterfly rash. You know, because around the mouth and nose area and the eyebrows, it's going to be lighter, but everywhere else is darker. And that's the butterfly effect. And it's coming in more. And then I'm losing my hair around the edges here. That's another symptoms that, you know, you go through with the lupus and the scleroderma. You lose your hair. You get the tightness of the skin, or the scaly skin, and as I call it. And like I said, I have to do more facial regimens now, you know, where I was doing them every 3 weeks. Now I'm doing them now every week, because my skin is getting to that point where it's constantly scaling up. I wake up in the morning time, my face is so ashy looking. You know, it look like I hadn't even washed my face the night before and put moisturizer on. I wake up, my skin is so scaly. And this is, you know, these symptoms are real, you know, and people that's already going through this or went through this, I understand. You know, I understand how they feel, you know, what they was going through, because what I'm going through now, you know, October the 14th, it would be 20 years that I was diagnosed with all these autoimmune deficiency. And in June, I had pneumonia. And ever since I had pneumonia, everything been progressing. The lupus progressed, the scleroderma progressing, the fibromyalgia progressing. And it's just, you know, it's unbelievable that, you know, that you can be in a good place 1 minute and the next minute you're not there. You know, a lot of times that I can get up and go and say, oh, I'm going to go do this. And by the time I get to go where I'm going to do, I don't forget what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, that's part of it. Memory loss. Forgets, you know, things you can't think, you know, from 1 second to the next. It takes away what your ability, what you used to have. And that's scary. You know, to me, I'm so used to being on top of everything. If I don't write down what I'm about to do, I forget it. If I don't repeat it constantly to where I get to what I'm doing, I forget it. You know, it's sad, but that just is the case of what's going on with me now. You know, it's really to that point that, you know, I see other members on my lupus team that's have actually that's going through this process that I'm just starting to go through. You know, and I talk to them online a lot, you know, and we are a really good support group to support each other, because don't nobody else understand what we're going through but the people that's going through what we going through. So yes, I am so grateful and thankful that the Lupus Foundation do have that you know, that where we can communicate with other people that's going through the same thing. Because and I'm very grateful for the pulmonary fibrosis. they have a website as something, just the same thing, where we communicate with other people that are dealing with the same thing we're dealing with. Because here, where I live here, I have not found a support group here in this state, in the city that I'm in the state of Florida, in Jacksonville. I have not found a support group where I can go and sit and talk to someone, other people that's going through what I'm going through. I have not found that. I have Googled it. There's not one here. The closest one is in Tampa. And I live a good little ways from Tampa. So I can't do that, to go there and talk to people and stuff. So they made it much easier where we can communicate online. We have like with me, since I've been dealing with this illness longer than a lot of people. So I have a team of people that's on my team that's going through this, have been, dealing with it less, like 17, 15, 13, 10 years, under me. And then there's people that have been dealing with it 20 plus years that's old, that's above me. They have their own team, that people that they communicate with. So we all are learning from each other. And I just want to get the word out to people and let them understand this is not a game. This is our life that we are fighting for, and I'm definitely fighting for mine. From point one, when they diagnosed me with this, yes, I was angry, frustrated, mad, didn't understand what was going on, why this was happening to me, and I had to stop saying why, and say, okay, deal with it, and leave it in God's hand. And once I came to that turn and left it in God's hand, things started to work out for me. Yes, I had struggles, like every other normal person have struggles. I went through a lot, but I have overcame that. And when you have good church family to support you, you can get through anything. You can really get through anything, because a lot of times your own family don't understand what you're going through, and a lot of them don't want to hear your problems. So when I got diagnosed, I didn't tell my family. Only one person I told, and she's gone now. She the only one that knew what I was going through, because we talked a lot. But the rest of my family, no, I did not tell them, because I know how they think. They did not want to hear about my problems, because they had their own problems. But I'm going through so much more than they could ever understand what I'm going through. And I live my day by day now, and like I said, when they say that life throws you a curveball, yes, life can throw you a curveball. And a curveball, it did throw me, but I batted back, and I am fighting back. I'm here. I'm stronger than I was before, than I am when I was in June. I'm a whole lot stronger now, because when I came out the hospital, I was on oxygen. I still have to take my oxygen with me when I go out and about, because my oxygen level do drop sometimes. But I have to sleep with it at night. That's fine. But I am grateful that I don't have to be on it 24/7. And with this scleroderma and lupus flaring up the way it is, like now, I am so fatigued. I am going through one of my symptoms now, because this is what I go through every day, all days. It's not that I want someone to feel sorry for me, because I don't feel sorry for myself. I am very blessed. I look at it like that. I am very blessed to be able to be here, to be able to share this with you all. It's just that Sometimes you have to vent. And now I can understand that I can vent when I do my videos, so I can get people to understand this is real. It's not a fake. It's not nothing put on. I don't pretend to be sick. I'd rather not be sick. I'd rather have a job, work a 9 to 5, instead of have to wait on disability once a month. Living like that is not the way I picture my life, you know. And then it took me 7 years to even get my disability and my Social Security. They took me through the ringer. You know, they said, oh, you can do this, you can do that. And how can I do these different things when I can't even, excuse me, excuse me, when I can't even hold a pencil? You know, they're going to try to tell me, well, you used to do security, you can do that. Okay, but how can I write a report out if something happened? You know, my hands are swollen so big, I couldn't even hold a pencil. I couldn't even hold a phone. I couldn't do nothing with my hands for a good while until they figure out something to help with the swelling, because my hands were swollen all the time. You know, I couldn't even walk a good maybe 4 or 5 feet without my knees collapsing up under me. You know, I went through a lot, and I had to endure all this. I had to endure everything that the Social Security people took me through, and then they still kept sending me letters saying denied. So to the point that I was able to go before the judge, and you know, that's how I got approved. I had to go before the judge, and people don't understand that it took me 7 years to do that. But I'd rather have a job making more than what I get a month. But that's life. But I'm grateful and thankful for what I do have right now. Another one of my symptoms are the tingling and the itching. Oh, the itching is the worst. When my skin itch so badly, it wakes me up. When it feels like something crawling on me, that's the fibromyalgia and the scleroderma. All that stuff affecting you at one time. When you have 2 or 3 autoimmune deficiency attacking you at one time, you don't know which way to go. You don't know what to do, how to think. Me, I get up, I run me a bath, and I go take a bath, then I lotion myself down and hope that that do help after I've been on lotion myself down. Because the itching, oh, and the tingling and the crawlingness, oh, that is unbearable. And a lot of people don't understand that. You know, sometimes I be out in public and my skin feel like something crawling on me. I contain myself until I get home, and it's so hard just to deal with that while you out in public, because I don't, you know, people be looking at you like you're crazy when you stand there, you know, looking at yourself and rubbing yourself down and scratching yourself. They think you got something wrong with you in the head. They don't think it's something on you. They think it's something, but they don't understand. So I don't respond in public, because it's not a pretty sight. You know, I can't stop the fatigue in public, you know, and first thing a lot of them want to say, oh, you having hot flashes. Oh yeah, and I let them think that, because trying to explain to people exactly what's going on with you, they won't comprehend that. So when people ask me, oh, you having a hot flash, girl, I know how that is. Okay. That's all I say, because I don't even know what a hot flash is. I know what fatigue is, but I don't know what a hot flash is. So if fatigue and hot flash is the same thing, hey, I take my hat off to you if you can handle it. With me, it's I can have fatigue in my sleep, and I can wake up and my pajamas are soaked, you know, and I have to change pajamas because this is no joke. It's so embarrassing to have to go through this. But like I said, I have learned to leave it in God's hand, and whatever He have planned for me, I'm ready for it. You know, like I said, I've been dealing with this for it'll be 20 years. 20 years. Next month, it'll be 20 years that I've been going through this. And now I am really seeing the part where it is, where I see a lot of the people that on this website that I do, that what they go through. And people that get diagnosed early, we don't get to see all that, like people that been dealing with it for so long, and then they get diagnosed and they already full blown into the lupus and the sclerodoma. So with me, I'm getting to know exactly what they going through, and I sympathize with them. I understand what they going through because a lot of times they help me understand what I'm going through and how to deal with it. A lot of people, you know, like I said, talking to a person that don't know or going through what you going through, they can't help you get through it, you know. And like I said, I'm blessed that I was able to find these websites to help, you know, that I can be able to reach out to other people that's going through what I'm going through, where I don't have to feel like that I'm going through this alone, you know. Yes, my children supports me highly, you know, doing this, but not being knowing what I'm going through, feeling it themselves, they can't, but they understand. They know their mom is suffering, you know. Is that when your autoimmune is attacking you from the inside out, it's really bad. You know, my inside is so destroyed. You know, I'm blessed that I haven't had kidney failure or liver failure. I am very blessed, but my lungs are destroyed, and I have a bad heart. But I still move forward. You know, I try to get up and have a positive day. I do my meditation. You know, I do my exercises. You know, try to do something to keep productive. Because if I don't, and then I sit and think about what's going on with me, then that will put you in a depression. And that's something I'm not going for. You know, I'm trying to stay away from that depression stage. I try to stay more motivated, positive thinking on what's next, you know. And I'm just, you know, trying to get this word out to people and let them know and understand, you know, to help them to understand what I'm going through. Because everybody is different, you know. Everybody get, you know, different stages in, you know, in these diseases. And the stages that I'm going through now, you know, other people already been there, you know, and they are helping me to understand a lot better what to look for. And I had wrote some notes down because I know a lot of times I can't remember a lot of these things that I wanted to say. I'm trying to say, did I cover? I think I covered most of everything that I wanted to say, along with the ranting and raving. But, you know, oh yeah, another thing also, it makes your weight fluctuate really bad. And so I talked to my internal medicine doctor yesterday about that. You know, like I told him, I have been on a really good streak of releasing this weight, but sometimes I noticed that it started creeping back in, and what we can do about that. And his first thing was, well, with the high blood pressure, the heart murmur, and the all the other autoimmune, there's really nothing that I can actually give you to help you, you know, because the medication will affect, make it worse, make your heart race faster and stuff like that. I like, okay. So it's not that I was on medication before my other internal medicine doctor had me on medication. So he went and got the records that they had sent over and seen. He like, oh, okay, I see. But he had me on the very low dosage, but it did. One of them really helped. The second one that he gave me, it really helped. But he only gave it to me for 30 days. And like I wished I was able to stay on it. So after I got off of it, that's when I started doing the Mediterranean lifestyle of eating. And that did help. But now, with everything that's going on with me, it's beginning to creep back. Not noticeably, but I notice that it's creeping back. And I want to keep it released. I don't want it to come back. I want it to stay gone. So he said that he want me to wait and see how I do in a month. So when I go back and see him on the 22nd of next month, if it have changed any, he said he will put me on a very low dosage and we'll go from there. But like I told him, I work out for 30 minutes a day because I found another routine to add in with my first 20-minute routine that I was already doing. So I got a 10-minute routine that I added in. So I do 30-minute workout in the morning time. And I eat I have a protein shake in the morning. And if I have a salad for lunch, then I have a dinner. Sometimes I have a protein shake in the morning, protein shake for lunch, and then I have dinner. But, I'm still working on, continue to release this. I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to go with it and pray that it stay gone, because I have came so far in my release journey, of releasing all this weight, and I hate to see it have, throw a monkey wrench in and come back, because that would be like, to me, defeating the purpose of what I have achieved. I have gotten to where I wanted to look. I just wanted to lose another 40 pounds, and I'd be at my exact weight where I wanted to be at. So I'm pushing towards that. I'm going to continue to push towards it, because like I said, I only got 40 more pounds that I need to release. So I'm praying and hoping that this weight don't reverse itself, because I don't want that. And like I said, this stiffness is getting more and more progressive. I mean, I get stiffness across my back. I get stiffness in my neck. And like I said, when I talked to the doctor, and he was explaining, he said that, all that is the lupus and the scleroderma. He said that's part of what you're going to be going through. And like I told him, I understand this, but is there anything that y'all can do to help me with this? And there's nothing they can do. So as he told me, just keep doing your little regimens that you're doing, and do that. He said, because there's no medication that we can give you now that won't affect your heart rate. He said because your heart is not as strong as it was when you first started this, and your blood pressure elevates and your pulse rate drops. He said, so we just wanted to, just monitor you and keep you on what I'm doing. So that's where I'm at right now. So, and I go next month and get my third dose of chemo for my rheumatoid arthritis. I'm looking forward to that. And then 2 weeks after that, I get my fourth dose, and that'll be the last dose for the year. Then I go back in 6 months after that and start all over a whole new year. So like I said, I am really blessed and thankful for everything that I have, everyone that's in my life right now. I am so blessed and grateful. And I thank everyone for watching my videos, liking my videos, sharing, subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification button so when I upload new videos, you guys will know they're there. And I'd like to say to all my subscribers, thank you. I am very grateful for all of you all. Thank you. Namaste.